Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Zach Wilson and the Houston Voyagers taking on Derek Carr and the Denver Broncos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 88 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And hang on, we got an injury. And that's DK Metcalf, the wide receiver, yet to get back to his feet. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Carr gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Carr to throw again. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They run the toss now with Gibson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
2nd and 15. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man. That's Harry. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw his Carr. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back them up 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete to Harry. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. The Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 94 yards, and a score.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got a man open, that's Harry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
7 yards the pick up there. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones before being tackled.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Wilson looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bud Dupree, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wilson. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Jones. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Fielded at about the 28. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they'll try the jet sweep here. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Bud Dupree, a former 1st-round pick, in on the stop. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Voyagers have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Denver's offense ready to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Carr to throw on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw there into the hands of Ross. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr over the middle. That's caught by Harry. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, now look.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in week 3 of the new year.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down at 5. They'll try the left side. It's Sanders. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Joe Judge going to send in the field goal unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. backer. He looks like he's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A big play there on the fake field goal. Would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation, because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake. Yet they did anyway. Poor execution on the defensive side.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wilson. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Throwing is Wilson. That swung out wide to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a two-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gray. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From midfield, here's Carr. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Gibson again. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On second down, it's Gibson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll go again with Gibson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that's complete to Cooks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Montez Sweat gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Carr, and that's caught left side, Seals Jones with it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Here's Carr. Flush to his right. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Carr now to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And all the way home for a Broncos score. N'Keal Harry, 30 yards. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
Hey, check back 16, check back 16. 16's coming, check back.
Carr will look to throw. And he's gonna be sacked. They came after him, he couldn't get away, and this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to Goldman. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Voyagers are able to stretch out their lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's Carr. Finding Harry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Now Carr. Staying on his feet. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Carr. It's a big play there for the Broncos. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing his Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Carr to throw. This is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
No luck going for two last time, so they'll just kick the extra point here. And the lead is down to 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.